let me tell you how I used to explain if anybody calls me from abroad that, Baba, I want to do IVF. Please explain to me. This is how I used to explain to them. Let's go there. One, what I will ask them, what is your age? So from their age, I will advise them whether they can do a whole egg or donor program. They will now tell them that if you want to do IVF and you want to come to Nigeria for IVF procedure, if you take 3 weeks, it means your embryo transfer will be done on Monday and you'll be going back Wednesday or Thursday. If you take 4 weeks to come and stay in Nigeria, that means the embryo transfer will be done on Monday. You'll be going back the weekend. If you take 5 weeks, that means the embryo transfer will be done on Monday. You can go back the following week. If you take 6 weeks, right? Then that means the procedure will be done and the 2 weeks that you're supposed to test positive will meet you in Nigeria. That means it gives the professional time to monitor your procedure. You see, when some of you want to come to Nigeria 5-year procedure, you give time that may not be convenient for professional to manage your procedure. And all of us will understand that IVF procedure is not anybody can give 100% guarantee, because even when you have a good embryo, a very good embryo, and you prepare the womb of any woman, when you transfer, it is when that embryo implant and you see positive pregnancy test that you even be very happy that you've done something that is very serious. I will tell them that there are some tests you need to do before you start coming to Nigeria for IVF procedure. All those tests is necessary, because if you do not do those tests and you come down to Nigeria and there's a problem when we do first line investigation with you, then we will tell you to go back. We will not do that procedure, and it means you will now look as if you wasted your money down to Nigeria. What are those tests? If irrespective of your age, whether you are doing own egg or donor program, one, you must do LH, FSH, prolactin, progesterone, estradiol, thyroid hormones. Estradiol, thyroid hormone. And you need to know that you're supposed to do sonoesterogram. Sonoesterogram is going to check the mouth of your womb and inside your womb. What are we looking for in the mouth of the womb? We want to know, hope the mouth of your womb is not stenosized. In a layman language, it's not stiff, because the needle that will carry embryo must not have difficulty in enter that womb. What are we looking for inside your womb? We want to check the inside the womb. Is the cavity free enough? Hope there is no polyps, there is no endometriosis, there is no adenomyosis, there is no scar tissue, there is no adhesion, there is no cervical synecdoche. These are the things that sonoesterogram will investigate when you pass through that test. And if there is any problem, maybe there is a stenosis of the mouth of the womb, we would suggest to do cervical dilatation. Or if there is issue with the sonoesterogram, we will advise you to do hysteroscopy. If you do hysteroscopy, before you can do IVF, you need to menstruate 3 times, which means if this happen to you when you are in abroad, you will know that you still have 3 more months to menstruate before you start coming down to Nigeria. For some of you in abroad, there's a limitation to the way you can do tests, run things because of their system. If you do not see that all these tests or sonography to do before you start coming to Nigeria, I am telling you, you need to agree with the professional that if you come here, we try sonography with you and there's a problem, you will only take the process, do the treatment and go back. The procedure will not be done. There are two reasons whereby some of you find it difficult to do those processes over there. They are expensive if you need to go to private. So if it is expensive, you cannot afford it, then you will come down to Nigeria. Then when you get to Nigeria, they will quickly run all these tests on you. If there is a problem, whether to your cervix or to your uterus, then they will do a stereoscopy for you or cervical dilatation, clear the problem and ask you to go back. Because unless you are going to stay here to menstruate 3 months before the procedure will go ahead. But if they do that test for you when you are here and everything is clear, they go ahead with the process. These are the things you need to know before you start coming down to Nigeria. For some of you that you want to come to Nigeria, if you talk to professional earlier enough, some of us will still have a way of recommending supplement for you. Because I used to tell patients, you need to take fertility treatment before you do IVF. So that before you come to Nigeria, 1 month, 2 months, you start taking supplements. When you want to come to Nigeria for fertility for IVF, do your husband need to stay 3 weeks or 4 weeks? No. What your husband can do is, when you are coming down, if your husband do not have enough time to stay here, your husband can come down to Nigeria, drop his semen and do self-freezing, and he can go back. Or you come first, professional will count the expected time of egg retrieval, they will not tell your husband when he's supposed to buy ticket and come during that period. But I used to advise men, do semen analysis over there and send it to us, because some of you, majority of semen analysis in your hand, they are not being interpreted very well. If you ask me, when you are in abroad and you do semen analysis in that place, the way they will interpret that result to you, they are interpreting semen analysis result to you as if you belong to their ecosystem, as if you are white. And I'm telling you, if you are living in any of these countries, you do not belong to that ecosystem. You are just living and surviving in that ecosystem because it is here in Nigeria. Some of you were born and being raised based on the culture, genetic. You do not belong to that country. So it is important that when some of you believe that your result is okay, your result may not be okay. Let me give an example. The normal count for semen analysis, sperm count, the reference rate is from 15 million per mil. So, and for me, with my own experience, any man, any black man that want to give his wife pregnant, the semen count must be the minimum 30 million per mil. Imagine you are in UK, Canada, America, or anywhere, you are living abroad and your sperm count is 15 million and somebody told you you are okay. You are okay because they evaluate you based on that ecosystem. If you carry that kind of sperm, that result come here, it is not okay. And if you do not do treatment, you do not take supplement and want to do IVF, that means you will have been here before we know that you come to Nigeria with your testicle not full. I hope I'm making sense to some of you. Let me tell you, if you come to Nigeria for IVF, it is better you talk to professional. All the necessary things you need to do before you come down, do it over there. Don't think about money. Because some of you think, the money you charge me, is it not part of the thing you're supposed to do for me? For some of us, it's part of the money we charge you. But if you come here, we do it, and there's a problem, we will tell you that go back, do treatment, and come back, because we'll have given you that narrative before you leave your country. But some other professional that they might not be explaining to some of you very well, when you come down here and there's a problem, if they explain to you, you will get angry. That is how they just God will help us. My name is Wojo Adekayinde Samuel. I'm in practice. If there's anything I've not talked about, for some of you that is coming down to Nigeria for IVF procedure, you can drop it in the comment section. I will answer you with another video. My name is Wojo Adekayinde Samuel. I'm a practicing fertility scientist, a brand ambassador for Fertility. Till I come your way next time. God is good. Bye.